Warning. Elements of real-world religion are used in this podcast to serve the purposes of a work of fiction. They are to drive the drama forward and are not intended to be taken as a statement of opinion by the players. Thank you for listening.
All right. Temperance, you roll the first die. Welcome to the party.
5.
Position 5. That's a great roll, actually, because that's the best thing you could have gotten. You're at a low-risk ass-kicking. So...
You're fighting a baby! That is the name of my first album.
So here's how this works.
Babies are scarier than you think. You can die because of babies.
You can use the low risk as part of your story if you want, but basically what you're looking for is an excuse to make an athletics, intimidation, or constitution saving throw.
I mean, so it's the lead up to getting to the fort. Are we at the fort? Do they know we're here?
This is sort of in her hands, actually, yeah.
We lead together. But where did you leave off and her pick up?
I leave off with the fort's on the horizon, the camera cuts away, and she says, bleh. She might skip ahead to, like, we're already fighting guys on the walls. She might say we're already busting down the doors. She might talk her way in. This is all how she wants to proceed. But she's constrained by these skills.
And you can build on the last person or any other person who gives something, or you can just pick up in the middle of the story and say, hey, you know what? You know what would be really cool is I just fucking killed everybody up to the watchtower and now I'm shooting down in the courtyard.
I've got a couple of board games that work this way.
So this is kind of like a movie where things may not be happening sequentially, but they're all part of the same general scene.
It's basically a montage of badass moments because that's the most fun way to play D&D.
Yes. Agreed.
So I am going to take advantage of the fact that I look like hell and do sort of the girl from The Ring with the head down and the like eyes rolled up, rain pouring down. She's got her hair like this and just sort of being as intimidating as she can be, being gay tall.
All right, give me that hot roll. This sounds like the intimidation check.
17.
That's banging as hell.
Like a demon.
Yeah, they got a description of somebody who is going to be a creep show. So when you roll up to the gates looking like a creep show, they assume you are Yuan Ti.
Oh.
He slept with Levi, now he caught it.
Oh, that's what these things were on my skin. Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought it was just fucking syphilis.
Yeah.
ST creep.
Alright. You have successfully made the check, so there's no penalties. The risk is still at 0. Next on the initiative is Gideon. Roll a d6 for me, Gideon.
Both beat me, you sons of bitches?
Yeah. But you are on a medium risk subtlety check. You got lots of skills you're actually good at on that one.
Yeah.
Flip these if
Fuck, what am I going to do? Did you say we were at the fort?
She is.
She is absolutely at the fort. She is intimidating guys at the gates.
You can do whatever you want, though. Jump in the middle if you want. Jump to the end.
This is something we found in Dark Sun was really, really good for getting people's brains in the zone to do cool stories. So it's something I want to use more often. So take as much time as you need to get comfortable with it, and we'll rock and roll.
Yeah, well, fuck, I'm just going to go right for investigation and try to, what's the best way to go and assault this fort.
Okay.
And I'll let the party know what the best way to go assault this fort is.
That seems appropriate.
Or at least the fighter types.
To give you the lay of the land in terms of how this usually works narratively, is you'll roll the die, and on a success, you'll tell us what the best way to get in.
Okay. So it's going to be, I think it's 21.
It's a huge success.
How do you set the DCs for this?
It's based on level, typically. Or in the event of a challenge like this, I'll sort of gauge how difficult the challenge is and equate it to a monster. Basically make it like a monster's AC at the appropriate level.
So we got a little fortunate here because the rain is coming from behind us. So once we get up to the thing, it's going to be in their eyeballs. So I suggest we just march the way we're marching, and they'll be shooting at us against the wind and everything, and just like the Seeger song, and it just ain't going to work.
Gideon's actually a Time Lord.
I was going to say, yeah. All right, Jedediah.
Jedediah spit some tobacco out. I love Bob Seger.
He's that guy that plays the piano in the tavern.
Right. Medium risk practicality.
That's what he's known for.
He's the
animal handling.
The most practical man around.
Keep the horses.
All right, so Gideon's identified the best way to approach, and Temperance is basically being a big distraction right now, really.
Yeah, I'm the Trojan horse.
Yeah. Jed's going to...
Trojan horse. This is for the rest of you.
We all said it.
Jed's going to be riding his horse, but he's going to do that cool cowboy thing where, like, he puts the horse between him and the fort, and he drops down, like, side saddle, so, like, he's got some cover. So when they start shooting down at Temperance, he can shoot over the saddle at the bad guys, and that'll be animal handling.
Stylish.
Animal handling. That's an 11.
Please take 2 points of risk. I'm going to count it up like this. I get this D4.
Okay. I fucked up, y'all.
Well, you still do it. You just accumulate risk.
Yep.
Yes.
What happens in this case is that it looks offensive. They think you're gearing up for a war rather than advancing in.
They're not wrong.
Under the cover of your ruse. Doc, give me that D6 roll. You are... where the hell are you anyway? There you are. You are welcomed to go to some high-risk athleticism. That's your athletics, acrobatics, or a strength saving throw. I bet you're good at all of those.
Crap at all of those.
You should be good at acrobatics.
And you're proficient in strength saving throws.
Yeah, so I'm not on my horseback. I will just be running towards the wall, hoping that a cannonball will be coming over my head and breaking another one of your chairs.
Breaking another freaking chair?
And breaching the...
Wow. Breach my chair. I should have given you the wooden one.
Don't do what Josh did either.
Hilariously appropriate to this story so far, I will be running a serpentine pattern.
Hey!
And,
Snake clap.
actively dodging bullets as they're starting to rain down upon us.
Okay.
So I will do acrobatics, right? That's on that?
That sounds good, yep.
Acrobatics.
It is a fair game.
Neat. That's garbage. I will use my inspiration.
Ooh.
Less garbage. Nope.
That's pretty butt. What do you got?
Oh, it is less garbage. That is a total of 13.
Oh, that's actually the DC. That actually worked out.
You did it.
Yeah, so you run over. Thank you.
I don't get shot.
We'll come back to your cannon scenario momentarily.
Well, I mean, I'm just like, hope that cannon goes off before I get to the wall, because I want to run through the wall.
You're timing, then you go, and you get to the point where the cannon should be going off, you're like, time.
Where's the cannon, guys? Levi Williams.
Levy.
Oh.
4 brings you to medium risk practicality of Mr. Jedediah.
There I am.
You party with Jedediah all the time.
Yes. Practically.
So I will, I'll have Mr. Slithers get about my shoulders and kind of I will ask him to move as if to make our it's basically to ride the bout upon me so that I look a bit more like what I am.
More snaky.
And so I will go kind of seeing what she's doing, looking kind of like a spooky pureblood.
Yep.
After his desire is ignited momentarily, he sees the opportunity, and he goes up to her. Follow my lead. I think we can reduce their defenses a bit. And he'll remove his contact and just gaze out. Do you have a light source on you?
No.
I'm turning it down.
Okay.
I mean, other than the thunder and lightning.
You can see in the dark, right?
Of course I can.
Good. And the riding begins. And I'll give you tips on how to carry yourself, but... Okay.
Banging.
So, manimal handling, it's going to be an 11.
Oh, only 11?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a high wisdom.
Give me a saving throw, sir. We're going to go with your highest saving throw bonus.
Oh, I thought it was what it exceeds 4.
4 or higher.
4 or higher.
I imagine that maybe Mr. Slithers sees a mouse or something and it wants to eat.
Or Jed.
Okay, well, I have charisma save for 1 billion.
But restrain it.
So I still absolutely look the part.
The master of your domain.
I start, it's like...
Does that put the risk down to 0 again?
Nope, because you didn't fail it.
It's like, walk as I do. And if he does that whole, serpentine gait as he walks.
Once there are consequences, it resets. There are no consequences yet. Which means, bottom of the initiative, A cannonball goes flying over the shoulders of Doc Glad and smashes through a wooden gate and palisade.
Who's on the cannonball? Or who was on the cannon? Is it a troop or a...
Probably Archer.
It's not one of us.
Archer's back there.
Archer's back there.
Archer lights up the cannon.
No, I just...
Yeah. Anybody who is watching would see that Luisa de
should
Vega...
have rode the cannonball in. Woo!
Luisa de Vega...
Slim Pickens that shit.
Flips up like the canvas backing of the back of the suit, stands behind the cannon, gives a thumbs up and covers his ears. And at that point you see that this whole time has been Archer standing back there getting ready to fire the cannon. He lights it off, covers his ears, dives behind the wagon, and it fires. And this cannonball comes flying out and smashes open a gigantic hole in the wooden gates of this fort.
My wooden palisades ain't gonna do so much against cannon.
Not so much. Yeah. They didn't expect that Native Americans would have cannons. They expected the Southerners would.
They're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to that. Top of the batting order is Temperance. You are back on track.
Temperoni.
Tempered. Oh my god, you are a natural. Welcome to low risk athleticism, which is something you're actually good at.
Yeah.
So I am going to use my acrobatics
Okay.
to scramble in the hole in the palisade.
All right. So it's a hole. It's only like this wide. So you've got to like tilt your body in and like contort yourself in a strange way. And here's your die roll. Oh my god.
So that is a 17, sir.
Yeah, it's huge. So there's this cannonball, this explosion. Suddenly everybody's on edge, and Temperance is like in a blink of an eye, up out of her body, like just she rushes up to the side and squirts through the hole like water. She's gone.
Or a snake.
Or a snake.
Yes.
Snake water.
Should we assume that there is now bullet fire raining down upon us?
Yeah, at this point these guys are like, fire at the gates! And you hear some reaction shouts inside. Gideon.
The gates are impacted now, huh?
Oh yeah, there's a big hole in them.
So, 1, 2, 3. Can you move me?
Yeah, you get bummed because you go to the low risk practicality. It's the next
I
one.
thought he went down to the next tier.
Not until he's
I
already
thought
there.
I went 1, 2, 3.
No, it's the third card in the order.
Oh.
So if you were already at the third, you go to the next third, but this is how it goes, yeah. It's the
Okay.
next one of that number.
It's why I shimmied all the way up here.
So, for narrative purposes, so I actually want to figure out how to use my portents in this because it's not really set up for that. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
try-
no, and generally I
try
can
to do-
encourage you. If it's a thing that you have temporarily, use it, and I'll come up with a way to make it appropriately useful.
So this is the narrative way I want to use this where, I think I get a sense with my divination of where like the bad guys are in this fort. Like it might not be obvious for a military mind, but it might be obvious. You know, I might have spotted. You know, they're actually over in another part of the thing that you're not sure. You know, that you're not thinking of. You're thinking of the military thing. They're not quite it's not quite a military objective. So try to shoot there, and I'm divinely sensing where the actual enemies are sitting.
Okay.
So I guess I'll roll another investigation on that thing. And you know, if you can, I don't know how we use my portent of a 1. I'm trying to
If
use
you want
it
to
as
use
their
the portent,
penalty.
so the 1 is really good because it's a critical fail. I'm going to say if they're critically failing, you don't even need to roll. It's an automatic success.
Okay.
If you wanted to use your 8, I think I'd give you advantage on that because that's pretty likely to be a
I
failure.
just want them to hit right in the middle of them where most of them are sitting.
So
Yeah,
the,
so-
the risk is staying at 4?
The risk stays at 4 because nobody's failed and reset it yet.
Okay.
So yeah, your use of the 1 means you don't have to roll anything at all. You know exactly where to fire the cannon. You fire
Actually,
the
a little
cannon.
bit to the left. They're over in that side building, not where you think they're firing.
And what you're able to see is the cannonball, the next shot, goes through the center of the door, goes right through the splintering wood, and actually strikes a man full on in the chest.
Ugh.
He's separated.
Nice.
Uh,
I sucked for him for a half second.
It sure did. Jedediah, does it suck for you?
No.
6?
Yep.
That brings you to the card after Temperance. Subtlety. Your
Medium
fight is 3.
penalty. I'm hitting all.
We're doomed!
You're as subtle as a brick.
All right. So, fast forward a little bit. Jed's in the middle of the fort. There's bullets flying everywhere. A cannonball explodes overhead, and I'm trying to find the guy with keys to the padlock so I can throw the gates open. he's run away from me. He's hiding behind something, and it's I'm trying to track his trails in the muddy earth to see where he's hiding exactly, and I'm hoping he's hiding behind these barrels of gunpowder.
We'll find out soon.
We'll find out when I investigate that shit.
Doing.
Yeah, 17.
That is success. He totally is. What happens to him? Found the keys.
And after he's blown to a million pieces, I grab the keys and I open the gate and fling it open.
All right, Doc Live. Bullets are raining down all over the place at this point.
Okay, like me. Dos amigos.
Dose. That's the next dose.
By the way, I just caused an explosion with subtlety. It's a subtle explosion.
Very subtle.
Risk attention.
Well, I can't do any of those things, so...
Yes, you can.
You need the higher wisdom.
With that attitude, you can do anything. Anything's possible.
Believe in yourself.
It's possible for me to fail.
Anything's possible. Snake Jesus.
Attention?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tell a cool story, worry about the skill later.
Yep.
Alright, so I charged through the hole in the wall, the aforementioned cannon made. Actually, with my axe off of my back, like flourishing it around, like Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter, like twirling around a wood. So it's a wood cutting axe.
Nice.
And actually pistol drawn in the other hand. And I am going to run in and see if I can perceive where perhaps there is a command center, lead building, or where Guthrie
All right.
his ass might be.
Light me up.
I got 12.
All right.
That might be a 13. Nope, it's still a 12.
It's a 12. Definitely not a 13.
Definitely not a 13.
13 was the target.
Reroll that shit, I give you inspiration.
It's just a straight roll. I have no bonus to this skill.
That's bold, man.
I don't care.
It's still a 12.
Meant to be.
Give me the saving throw of your choice, please.
But Constitution for...
You're a Constitution man, huh?
Yeah. It's a 7.
Oh.
Consequences.
Bullets.
I'm gonna say with 5 risk, how many? You have 3 hit dice you have to spend.
Yeah.
All right, you lose all 3. Oof. And you take 10 points of piercing damage from bullets raining down.
They get you good.
Well, they don't. They just hit my hero points.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, they exhaust you. It exhausts you. Hence the hit dice loss.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to look all cool and like know what I'm doing, and then bullets just rain down. So I just kind of go eep, to jump behind something.
Maybe like a wheelbarrow or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's horrible. Yeah.
As bullets are like tearing it apart, and I'm just like, okay, must be more careful in the future.
A big 5 for you. Where are
So
you?
you're...
Oh, you only got 1 space. That sucks. To a low risk ass kicking. How good are you at ass kicking?
I have good charisma. I can intimidate.
All right, intimidate.
Yeah. So, let's see. How to make this cool.
Thank you.
All right. So as in a flash of lightning, some of the people on the palisades will catch a glimpse of Levi, looking fairly normal except for the eyes, which are a dead UNT giveaway, and he will greet them in Draconic and switch to English and just say, "You had best run now while you have the chance."
All right, give me that roll.
15.
Spicy meatball. That's a success. Very nice.
And then, again, in Draconic, he would say, "Dindar will take you and devour your nightmares."
Ooh, glad I don't understand your comic.
That is a spicy
I'm
meatball.
scared.
They probably don't understand it either, but the meaning is
And
there.
you want tea around to understand it.
It's,
What Dendar
it's a
does, and
serpentine
that's
man
what
pronouncing doom upon them.
Yeah, it's not good for them.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, you can see that there is the way this fort is laid out. It's this like spider web of different terraces of levels of wooden palisade. There's one gigantic center structure, probably a 40 by 40 foot square, that is 3 floors high, and it has wooden stairs on either side that allow entry in. And that seems like the place you go to have some sort of clandestine meeting. There is also a set of canvas overhangs on the east side of the structure. Hiccups. Got it. The 3-story structure has this like canvas overhang on one side. It extends out about 18 feet, and there's another erection out of some sort of canopy that is another rectangle, maybe 8 foot wide by 20 foot long. And it looks like there's some people under there as well that seem to be in heavy discussion. But when the alarm is raised that you are all now invading the fort, they go to grab their weaponry. At the top of the betting order is Temperance. Another 5, another 5, another 5.
A 1.
Oh, boo! You stink. All right. You go to medium subtlety.
Welcome to subtlety.
What's on there?
Yes.
Deception, investigation, sleight of hand, and stealth.
That's actually your best skills. All of them in the same place.
Her best Skittles.
Yep.
Well, the red ones are the best Skittles, I mean.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
I am going
Sure.
to...
Dig in. Try and be quiet about it, though, because the microphone.
May I share with Gillian?
Yeah.
We
Try
have
to be as sneaky quiet as you can because the microphone will pick it up.
Eat under the table. Oh my god, they're doing it.
Alright, cool.
I'm going to try to sort of splinter off from everyone and find a way to, like, sort of stealth through, see if I can't get into that square.
Alright. Light me up with a big die roll. That's
18.
huge. Okay. Yeah, you break off from the group, and what you find is that once you're actually in the fort, the fort is so gigantic that it's actually hard for them to look inside. They're basically covering the gates, and once you get away from the group, you stop hearing gunshots, other than like in the distance, and you stop seeing like puffs of smoke where bullets are hitting near your feet. You think you've actually broken away from the group enough that they have lost track of you. Gideon.
5. So
Ooh, that's stinky where you are. Okay. Low risk ass kicking, sir.
yeah, because, that's what I do.
You are a grade A ass kicker. If you roll a 1, you get to do it again.
God.
Athletics, it worked out great last time.
Oh, that's too soon. Too soon. And you were on deck. I know you're fingering the dice.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Wow.
And you ate so much papaya? Holy shit.
So when it says something saving throw, what am I supposed to do with that?
Oh, you can use that in lieu of a skill check, provided you come up with a narrative way to use it.
And if I make it, something happens, and if I don't make it, something...
And if you don't make it the same as the other failures, it would just count as
Yeah,
a risk
you can make a con saving throw.
It's basically just a skill check that isn't a type skill on your sheet.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, it's basically me using Spelljammer skills without needing to change your sheets.
So... I don't know if this is relevant.
Lay it on me.
Make it relevant.
Yeah, I guess. So I was back directing the... helping direct the cannon. And then I'm like... My friends are all running in there without me, and I think they need my help, so I'm going to try to just beat feet. Double move and get there as quickly as I can without impaling myself.
That is absolutely an appropriate use of that skill.
That may just qualify as athletics.
Sounds to me.
Yeah, this will be exciting.
Do it.
How does the risks work?
The risk is how much I count the die up, and you don't start making saving throws until it's at 4 or higher.
So there's low like 1 and medium
Low is
2
1, yep.
and high is
Exactly.
3. Got it. Yeah. I rolled a 9.
Alright. Thankfully, it's only 1 risk.
Yeah.
Another 10 on the die. That's like a billion of them.
That's the best thing possible for Paul. That is 10 times higher than his average.
A 9 is
Weird. It's like I'm hot, cold, or neutral. Like
What?
today was
6.
neutral today.
Oh, that's not good. That's the next space.
I know.
Welcome to knowledge checks.
Oh,
High risk knowledge.
Shannon is high risk knowledge. Holy shit.
We're dead.
Well, he's dead. He'll be fine.
Right, because we're not with the rest of these chuckle fucks.
Yeah, exactly. You just leave.
How did I get here?
Alright, so Jed knows nothing about your religion, but he respects it. And he sees a door with a crudely hewn crucifix with a snake drawn upon it. He says, well, this obviously is something important. Let's go in here, and kicks the fucking door in. And it's a 2. As is fitting.
It's
just snakes! I found the snake closet.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Snake privy.
There's a big ass snake going to the bathroom in there, and I just interrupted his dump.
Yeah, and it was a high risk check. Give me a saving throw of your choice.
Oh, Jesus.
Constitution seems appropriate for snakes.
Yup. That's a good saving throw, though. That's a 19 on the saving throw.
I bet you're disturbed in Malazan chambers.
I don't know what that is. All I know is that I'm getting bitten by snakes.
You don't want to know.
They kick the door open. It is literally a room full of snakes, and you're like, nope. Close the door back up. No snakes come out.
I have snakes in my eyes, Blackburn.
Snakes playing poker.
Doc, do you have magic dice?
Fingers.
A 6 would be real good right now, my friend.
Because they love them.
Oh, that's a bummer. You got a medium risk knowledge checks.
You're a smart guy, though. You got this. Oh, okay. You're a dipshit. Never mind.
Wow. That's fucking cool.
Wow.
You're running
Hey,
the
I'm in
rest
the
of
snake
us. How smart
bathroom,
can you
okay?
be?
I've earned it. A snake crapier.
Do you mind?
I'm hoping.
I don't know, I'll use my historic knowledge to try to find my way better through this fort.
It's just
I know how military buildings are laid out.
That's totally
I'm
fair.
still trying to find the headquarters. I'm good at it. 15.
That's actually really good at it, yeah. You get the feeling that the center building would have been used by whoever would be like the lieutenant, or whoever would normally be in charge of this fort.
Right.
The center building seems like the obvious solution. And because of the cannon support and everything like that, you're actually able to make good progress getting closer to it. But you do see that these guys underneath the canvas tarps are starting to get their weapons ready, and they are the threat to be worried about currently. Levi, can you roll a 6 and become a hero?
Nope.
Quite the opposite.
You can in fact be a butthole and to the fucking floor. You don't even count. No, you go to a medium risk ass kicking. I cut up my knees. I'm not good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in a snake bathroom.
Okay.
I've done
A
a snake in the
snafu.
bathroom before.
Well, I guess we're on the intimidation thing again. There will be someone who tries to get in his way, bravely. Maybe a quick cross-check with which Levi blocks, and we'll try to intimidate him by doing the poison spray thing. You'll see his throat kind of swell out for a moment, and they'll just spit in the man's face quite suddenly as his fangs are bared.
Gross.
It's 19.
There's a huge check. You
Oh, no,
are safe.
yeah, 19. So, and he just starts panicking, and then he run, and I throw him off me, and I let him run away.
Nice. The thunderhead arrives, and this rain that you've been hearing is accompanied by the constant sound of thunder and lightning. Go for it. Temperance. Roll big dice. That's not big. But it's not terrible.
It's progress.
It's a low risk smoothness.
Oh, how smooth can you be?
So smooth. Performance and persuasion. Alright, I
Ouch!
am going to use my my performance to try and throw my voice. And I'm going to try to imitate Levi. What?
Wow.
I want to hear you imitate Levi,
No.
but I really want it.
It's nice to want things.
I want things too.
We'll get that before the campaign is over. She will eventually have to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to attempt to sound sort of sibilant and gross and creepy.
Alright, make it happen. Oh, you're not creepy enough, Kaylee.
Oh, it comes out like Hank Hill.
No.
Damn, boy.
That's a 12.
I sell reptiles and reptile accessories.
Thankfully, your low risk smoothness is. Oh, no, it's still a 5. Go ahead and roll a saving throw. Saving throw of your choice, though.
Let's make this dexterity to get the fuck out of here.
So you gotta weave a little yarn. Tell us why it's dexterity you're making the saving throw.
I gave away my position. I tried to throw my voice and I fucked it up. So they know where I am now and they're shooting at me.
Alright. Them gunshots, though.
Oh!
Well,
there is consequences.
the good news is this die is now cleared.
Teaser!
Lose your 3 hit dice.
I have to find that clip.
More consequences.
I know find a clip of those two guys going like,
And take 12 points of piercing damage from bullets.
Ow!
Oh, it's bullets piercing.
Ouch. That's
Right in
not
your bullet
good.
wounds.
But the good news is risk is now 0.
I
Next
missed my
up,
hero points.
Ooh, Gideon. Gideon, get in there.
Get in there, Gidget.
Get in there, my lad. Come on.
Foe.
That's pretty good, actually. Low risk ass kicking.
You're doing all the ass kicking.
It's badly.
That's okay. I'm on knowledge, so we just swap.
You're just pro wrestling Gideon. I play that video game.
Yeah, well, he's like,
Alright, this sounds like a stupid little thing for a stupid little kid. There are these guys up on one of these walkways that are like shooting or doing some sort of stuff. And I see what looks like a like a rope. There's like a rope range for some reason, and like maybe holding some things tied up or lashed up to the thing. And I'm gonna try to jump on that rope and yank it down and see if I can.
Just causing mischief.
Just causing mischief and
That's
bullshit
awesome.
up on the thing.
As children are wont to do.
As children are wants to do.
Because kids are assholes. I get it.
yeah.
So it's athletics, I guess. That's going to be a 15.
That is huge, yeah.
Wow.
You tug this thing down. There's a dude who's like, alright, gonna bring this down. Ah! And he lands in his face in the dirt and stops moving. Alright, Jedediah. Put it up.
Foe.
That's
Subtlety.
That's not great. Why are you so shitty?
I'm bad at everything.
In the heat of battle, sometimes you're forced to do
There are
this
like
shit.
27 ass kickings on this board.
Yeah. I'm getting them all.
No, I'm
No, Gideon is.
Yeah, we're getting them.
Alright, this will be cool if it works. If not, I'm just going to end up looking like a dickhead. So, I bust through the snake shitter, and I come out on the other side, and I actually end up like just to the side of the bad guys that are shooting at Temperance, and I'm just gonna use sleight of hand and reach over and just you're paying him for good rolls. I see how it is.
Cherry busted with his powerful ass.
I'm just gonna. With my sleight of hand, I was going to reach over and put my hand between the hammer and the firing pin of the revolver so they stop shooting at Temperance.
Fuck.
oh, yeah, man.
And I rolled a 19.
Baddest of ass.
That's I got 22. As a matter of fact, since it's so high, like the hammer closes on my hand, and I just take the gun away from him. Like, stop that!
Stop shooting the nice lady.
Don't shoot people.
What are you doing? You're so mean.
You're
Then hit him
hurting
with
her
it.
feelings.
Alright, Doc, come on, don't roll a 4 or a 5, please.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's a high risk knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing you're good at.
Recite some poetry at them.
No, it's not.
No, it is canonically.
yes, but.
Role-playing wise.
Alright, I am going to invoke a fighting spirit.
Ah.
Rah, rah, ras. Kick him in the ass.
Rah, rah, ree. Burn his home down and kill his family.
Family.
Put a rattlesnake in his baby's crib.
Oh, wait, no. With no current risk?
No risk right now.
I won't use fighting spirit.
That shit.
Let's see. This is all shit that I'm not really useful for. I will I don't know. I will use maybe my knowledge of the wilderness and how heavy rains might affect the footing in here. Make a nature check to try to find the best path to run across this open area towards the guys in the tent.
Sounds good to me.
So that I don't slip and fall on my head.
Good choice.
Watch as I slip and fall on my head. 13.
No, that's what you needed.
Wait. 14.
Hey!
I have a +1 to that.
Welcome to the player's
I like the idea that you're running and you do lose your footing, but you're on your heel and you slide like you're on a skateboard and you catch your footing again on a tuft of grass.
Sounds good.
6. There's the 6.
Oh, you scoot ahead of Jedediah Blackburn.
Over here?
Do some ass kicking.
Do some ass kicking.
Yeah. Sweet.
Kick some ass.
More of that stuff.
Put foot in ass.
Okay. I've been doing pretty well with
Take ass out, repeat.
with intimidation so far. So hey, why not more of that?
Totally, yeah.
Keep rolling, man.
That's what I'm good at. Actually, for this one, perhaps could I use my suggestion ability to gain some advantage on this?
Yeah, I would say that's totally appropriate.
Cool.
As long as you weave it into a cool story.
All right. There's a sizable force coming around my way, but I will again flash the fangs in the eyes and make my eyes go all swirly for the suggestion. Your death lies this way. You should retreat. Lead your men away from here, far away. All right, so 17.
That's a huge success. At this point, the Thunderhead has arrived, and the rain, which was beating down before, is now a torrential downpour. Lightning flashes all over the place. It's one of those lightning storms where it's just, no matter what direction you look, there's still flashes of light, constantly. Temperance.
1.
So you go to a medium risk ass kicking.
Okay.
I gotta say, I'm loving picturing this whole scene. You guys are causing chaos, and Levi's just walking through this camp, undaunted and just intimidating people left and right while he continues to advance.
It's time to get fucked.
It's Gandalf in Two Towers when Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn are beating the shit out of everybody, and Gandalf's just walking through making a badass speech.
Let's be fair, it's the Jason Voorhees walk.
Yeah, it totally is.
Walk him.
So I am going to.
There's nothing that is over the top.
Yeah.
Go big. Balls deep.
I have a lot of stuff that's big.
Only 5'1".
I'm gonna pull the knife out and just sort of charge one of the guys in front of me and try to scare the shit out of him.
Okay,
Thank you.
good catch.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's an 18.
They are already being terrified by you on T, and they believe that you are one, so they totally buy into your ruse. It's a little girl, run away! Gideon, you're sort of like a little girl. Run away.
The little
Maybe
girls
you
are
can't really
alive.
Whoa!
5.
Oh, that's the shittiest roll.
shitty one.
You got athleticism.
God, it's fucking. Am I the one rolling my negative stats over and over and over?
I was on high risk knowledge, dude.
It's low risk.
And subtlety.
What are you good at?
Subtlety.
Right.
I'm a fighter. I'm not a skill guy. This is not a good encounter for fighters.
Yay!
That's why he added con saves to the ass kicking.
Yep. This is also why Kaylee's character gets a chance to shine. Is the idea. Kaylee and Levi get to do crazy shit.
I'm sick of being on the ground. I'm gonna try to have this rope that I've been holding onto and climb up and get a higher vantage point.
All right, sounds good.
So I'm sick of wallowing in the mud like a filth dog.
Like a bitch. Yeah.
So I guess
Bitch
that's is it acrobatics or athletics to climb a rope?
Athletics is more traditional, but whichever one is higher for you is
You
fine.
can use either skill, so whatever works.
Okay. Non-natural 20.
That's huge. Yeah, you scoot up the rope with aplomb.
Good
Like
work.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are up a rope like a badass would do.
I love applause.
If a badass
so many
was 10.
antioxidants.
Jedediah, you silly bitch. What do you got?
6.
I got the 6, which means I go right ahead of her, right?
Medium
Yeah.
attention.
Pay attention to me.
I'm a Jedediah. Bitch.
I already used investigation, which is something I'm trained in.
You can use it again. I mean, that's fine. As long as you continue to do
Nah, I don't like doing that shit. I'm going to use perception. I'm approaching like a wooden stairway, and at the last minute, I hear like the cock of a hammer, and I pick it up with my perception. Yeah, I said cock. and I duck behind the stairs, so the bullets hit the stairs instead of me.
Nice.
Except I don't.
Yeah, that's just a 9.
As a shower of splintered wood rains down over your head.
And I'm pinned down underneath the stairs.
You are. Doc. Big money. Big money, no whammies.
1, 2, 6. It's a 5.
That's still pretty good, actually. That is more ass kicking.
Neat.
Can you ass kick?
Allow me to consult my.
Nope.
Yep. All right.
I'm a pacifist.
Actually, I think you can athletics, right?
I am going to.
And con saves.
Oh,
No, my athletics is only +1.
Your con saves are banging, though.
So I'm gonna run forward, guys spilling out of that tent.
Yep.
Guns a-blazing. I'm gonna run kind of low, twirling my wood axe behind me, and I'm going to come up to the first guy, take him behind the ankle, pull real hard, knock his ass on the ground, and just bury the axe in his face. Stepping over him, lowering my pistol to the guy right behind him, and just saying, "We want to think about dropping that iron."
Nice.
And intimidate the shit out of
That
him.
Nice.
That is ass kicking.
Yeah, that's baller as fuck.
Come on. That's a natural 1.
Oh,
So
no.
that's a 5. Well,
Drop that iron.
maybe that.
Actually, you go to say all that cool stuff and like lightning's flashing and nobody
Oh,
hears a
nobody
word
hears
of
it.
it.
Well, either that, they're just really well-disciplined troops.
Also that. Saving throw of your choice.
So instead of dropping his gun, he shoots me.
Yep.
Can I portent to help
A
him?
natural 20.
It's a negative portent to be the other guy.
A natural 20.
18
The
already saved.
You can use it next time?
Oh, if you already
yeah,
saved.
you're totally cool.
That's
yeah, it'll actually work. Yeah, he goes to point the pistol at you, but he's like shaking and he fires over your shoulder. He's scared. All right,
Scared.
Livy.
Actually, can I
1.
amend that slightly?
Yeah, carry it away.
He shoots me, hits the pistol that I was pointing at him, and like Old West movie, it flies out of my hand. And I just use the momentum of that to reach back and pull out the windshield with one hand.
Very nice.
My trap card. I got a 1.
Let's see that. That's decent. You're on the last row.
Here.
Medium risk ass kicking.
See? 4 ass kickings in a row.
I know.
I barely have an ass
There are
left.
5 on this map, and there's only 5 in the deck. So
Yeah.
I've hit none of them.
you're just not that good at ass kicking. Should have been a fucking nerd.
Should have been a little girl.
I am both a nerd and a little girl. Leave me alone.
Shut up, nerd.
All right.
I'm going to negatively help you. I can hurt the other guy.
So there are only
Fuck over
soldiers
one
here,
of us.
right?
It appears to be.
Okay. So some of the non-combat people, like workers, quartermaster, people who aren't in combat roles, Levi will seek them out so they don't get caught in the crossfire. And of course, since he's on a roll with this whole like Apostle of Dendar thing, he will just burst into wherever they're holed up, and again urge them to run.
The Night Serpent will feast upon your fears. Run while you can, lest your flesh be devoured in turn.
19.
They're banging it. It's fucking intimidating.
Yeah, seriously.
Flee into the night.
Bitch.
At this point, the upper level of that wooden structure in the center is evacuated, and guys are like pouring down the stairs to become new combatants down in the campus tented area. The doc has just drawn the weapon of mass destruction. Temperance Allendale.
Of the Georgia Allendales. First of her name. Breaker of chains.
Kicker of
Of the
ass.
ginger ale and dale.
3-hit whore.
Banger of Fuglies.
Snuggler of snakes.
She goes to the medium risk smoothness.
Oh.
All
You
right.
can smooth.
Smooth.
I wish I got the smooths.
Smoothness was
You
the
got
one
the
I
smooths
failed
like Jagger?
last time.
True.
Wish.
So I'm going to look like I'm going to drop my weapon for the next guy who's coming at it and just not do that and stab the fuck out of him.
Okay. I give up. Just fuck kidding.
I'll do the hand drop thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just kidding. Oh god! His head pops out.
I stabbed you, but you're on fire somehow.
Did I get it?
Yeah, I think you made the check. Good job.
You actually just stab him a little bit, and a cannonball comes over your head and just wipes him out.
Was that
It's a
grandma's
great
boy?
life.
What does that mean? High score? Did I break it?
Yeah.
No, I go and I stab the guy in the guts and I turn and slash the next guy's throat.
Nice. Gidgeon, what do you got? Give me a 6. Give me a 6.
No.
Oh, you stink. Subtlety, you're good at that though.
Subtlety.
Subtility.
Subtly.
Subtile.
I sublet the apartment.
Subtle. Smooth and subtle.
Alright, so I'm on top of the battlements. Everybody else is sort of moving somewhere, I'm assuming. What the fuck do I do with this bullshit? I'm just gonna try to run to a place where I don't know. I'm gonna try to run by as many people as I can without getting shot.
Alright, trying to find a place to lay low.
Try to find a place to lay low or use one of my other abilities more appropriately the next time.
Alright.
So I guess it's gonna be
Bugs.
stealth, I guess.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs. Bugs.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Bugs. Bugs.
That's,
Because you said
God.
bugs.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So that's an 8, so that's a fail.
Alright. Medium risk. We're up to 6. Give me that saving throw of your choice.
Is there any point to continuing to accrue them after 4?
Yes, because the penalties are higher.
Well, it sounds like Dex save is the right thing. Because it's appropriate for what I just said. And that's a fail.
3 hit dice come
I
off.
fall into a nest of pancakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
3 hit dice.
they fire their Ankeg cannon.
And
The Ankegerator.
17 points of piercing.
Oh.
Alright.
Down.
You're down?
Get you to the zeros. Jedediah.
Anything but a 3, 4, or 5, right?
3.
That's a 3. Fuck.
It's bad news, bears.
Yeah.
Smoothness. Are you smooth?
Yeah.
How smooth are you?
I'm not. I'm bumpy.
Chunky peanut butter.
Oh, it made me fart. That's how smooth I am.
Smooth as a fart.
Oh, shit. I'm fucked.
Oh, fuck, I'm shitted.
Deception, performance, persuasion.
Well, you're not making death saving throws yet, by the way. There'll be a combat, and then you will. Until somebody fixes you.
The screen will load and his corpse will just be there.
Alright, I'm going for the classic I give up.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get in close enough to temperance somebody's ass.
I need help.
Get help.
Get help.
Yep. I get help successfully. That's a 15.
I give up. Alright, you temperance them. Doc.
Neat.
What do you got there?
So I will,
You're also getting all the ass kicked. What the fuck?
I'm just going to carry on from my last one. So I pull out the Winchester, wheel around my other arm, and throw the axe at the guy that shot my pistol
Yes!
in my hand. Catch
Doc
him,
is so much cooler than I am.
catch him right in the chest, knock him straight off his feet. He lands flat on his back, and then I just start fanning the lever on the Winchester as I'm walking towards the tent like a Terminator.
Nice.
I will intimidate, and I'm going to invoke Fighting Spirit to get. Normally, it gives me advantage on attack rolls for the
Do
whole
it.
turn.
Yeah, you got it.
So
You got it.
would that give me advantage on intimidate?
Totally.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck my narrative. All right.
No, you got it.
18.
That's totally yes. Yeah,
Cool.
that is exactly in the spirit of the challenge. That's the exact answer.
Another one.
Can I retcon my deception a little bit? I want to work
Oh,
temperance.
you
I got a
move
cool little
Can I
thing.
move off now?
You
move
can.
off the board.
But bear in
Go
mind,
next.
for 1 moment,
Right.
he just cleared the challenge. So we're going to come to you in a minute to clear the challenge. He's going to retcon something real quick.
I won the race.
I want a little add a little awesome flavor to my deception. So I have temperance at my back, and I come around the corner. And I fire, and the hammer clicks, and I've got an empty weapon. So I'm like, all right, I give up. I drop the gun. And a guy comes closer to me to just sort of grab me, and at the last minute I duck, and temperance over my shoulder launches a knife into the guy, and hits him in the chest, and I grab a gun off of his belt, and I'm firing like between his legs as the guy's behind him.
Rad. All right, a couple things happen. First off, Levi wins the race. You get an advantage token.
Yes.
And also, you get to describe how you overcome this narrative. So wrap up these plots we have.
Are we trying to get to a specific place?
You're trying to get to a spot where a combat will occur.
I'm trying to find Guthrie, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And we have a dead boy. Again.
Do we all have to get out of this, or just one?
Just the first person has to.
This is kind of just the aftermath of, like, he will start chanting in Draconic. I guess that would have been a religion check, but he's just again doing that whole graceful walk, but it's looking very evil right now. And, there, occasionally he'll switch to English, and you might even hear him say,
Do you see the serpent forming in the clouds? She comes for you. No fear, meet. Flee and scatter.
and just occasionally switch to Draconic chantings. He probably has a good half the place spooked and running. So it's just him approaching and this crowd of people, soldiers and innocents alike, just fleeing for their lives.